Hey guys, how you going? Okay, let's get into this. Developing Hunter Biden's defense lawyer abruptly quits. This is from the 6th of October. An attorney representing Hunter Biden in his gun charge case, brought by special counsel David Weiss, abruptly quit on Friday. Richard Jones filed paperwork to withdraw from Hunter's case on Friday, just days after Hunter Biden arrived to the federal courthouse in Delaware for his arraignment on felony gun charges. Hunter Biden was indicted on federal gun charges last month. Biden was indicted in a Delaware court on 3 counts related to his possession of a firearm while using drugs. He is facing up to 25 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Hunter Biden was charged with 1 count of false statement in purchase of a firearm, 1 count of false statement related to information required to be kept by federal firearms licensed dealer, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a person who is an unlawful user or addicted to a controlled substance, ABC News reported. Special counsel David Weiss indicted Hunter Biden after the sweetheart plea deal fell apart in August. Hunter Biden pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges on Tuesday. Mr. Biden has been advised of and consents to our withdrawal, Jones said in his filing. Fox News reported Richard Jones, an attorney representing Hunter Biden in his federal gun charge case, filed paperwork Friday to withdraw himself from the matter. The president's son had pleaded not guilty to federal gun charges in the U.S. District Court for the District of Delaware Tuesday morning after being charged in an indictment stemming from special counsel David Weiss's investigation. Mr. Biden has been advised of and consents to our withdrawal. He also agrees this withdrawal will cause no material adverse effect or prejudice to him and remains completely satisfied with Messrs. ABBE, Lowes and Bartholomew Dalton's continued representation of him, reads the document filed by Jones. Accordingly, our withdrawal as counsel will have no material adverse effect on Mr. Biden's interests, Jones added. Last month's gun-related charges aren't the end of Hunter Biden's legal problems. Weiss previously withdrew Hunter's tax-related charges in Delaware and said the venue for the offences are either in California or D.C. Prosecutors say the venue for Hunter Biden's tax-related charges lies either in California or D.C., not Delaware. Venue for these offences does not lie in Delaware, rather venue for these offences and any other related tax offences lie in either the Central District of California or in the District of Columbia. The information was filed in this district because the parties had previously agreed that the defendant would waive any challenge to venue and pleaded guilty in this district. However, during the July 26, 2023 hearing that the court set on this matter, the defendant pled not guilty. Since that time, the parties have engaged in further plea negotiations but are at an impasse. The government now believes that the case will not resolve short of a trial, the filing said. This isn't the first time a lawyer representing Hunter Biden abruptly quit. I wonder why. Are they afraid of losing the case? In 2019, Hunter Biden blew off a court hearing in Arkansas over his child support payments to his baby mama, London Roberts. Dustin McDaniel, another attorney for Hunter Biden, abruptly quit in the Batesville, Arkansas courtroom after Hunter was a no-show. Who is paying for Hunter Biden's team of super lawyers that are costing him close to $1 million a month, according to some estimates? Ooh. Maybe if they have a really good reputation, I wonder if that's why they're leaving, because they don't want their reputation ruined. Oh dear. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, and another interesting article I found was Amazon's Alexa declares the 2020 election was stolen, says Trump won Pennsylvania. WIPO reporter forces them to change responses, allegedly, apparently, YouTube. Amazon's Alexa, a virtual assistant that uses AI technology to control smart devices in a home, which is a really bad idea, has been declaring the 2020 presidential election was thieved. I'm trying to confuse the algorithm. Alexa's also been saying that Mr. T won Pennsylvania. President Trump was up by more than 700,000 votes in Pennsylvania. At midnight on election night in 2020, the Democrats counted mail-in ballots for Joe Biden for nearly 2 weeks after Election Day without GOP watchers present. GOP election watchers were blocked from observing ballot counters in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Joe Biden was eventually declared the winner of Pennsylvania. This is Alexa, okay? YouTube, not me. I'm not saying this. Alexa did. The flood of mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania was only possible after the left-leaning state Supreme Court obliterated the state constitution and allowed the Secretary of State to send out millions of mail-in ballots. There were mysterious midnight ballot drops all for Joe Biden in Wisconsin and Michigan. That's what they reckon. Trump was ahead of Joe Biden in Georgia at midnight on selection night. The Democrats in Georgia openly bragged about ballot harvesting after Election Day so they could collect more ballots for Joe Biden. Biden eventually won Georgia, a bright red state that voted for a Republican candidate in every down ballot race. Alexa accurately told the users about this. Ooh, the 2020 races were notorious for many incidents. This is Alexa, okay, not me. The 2020 races were notorious for many incidents of irregularities and indications pointing to electoral fraud taking place in major metro centres, according to Alexa. Referencing Substack, a subscription newsletter service, Alexa contended that Mr. T won Pennsylvania, citing an Alexa Answers contributor. The Washington Post reported. A Washington Post reporter was so upset by the truth that they repeatedly reached out to Amazon and eventually forced them into a mouse struggle session. Amazon declined to explain why its voice assistant draws 2020 selection answers from unvetted sources, WAPO wrote after its first contact with Amazon. Amazon finally backed down. Of course they did. These responses were errors that were delivered a small number of times and quickly fixed when brought to our attention. Amazon spokeswoman Lauren Raimhild said in a statement, "We continually audit and improve the systems we have in place for detecting and blocking inaccurate content." Lauren Raimhild insisted Amazon only works with so-called credible sources like Reuters, far-left smear site Wikipedia, and Ballotpedia to provide answers for Alexa users. Wow, controlled information from Alexa. Oh, we know that. The Washington Post gloated after they forced Alexa to change her responses to questions about the 2020 selection. After the Washington Post reached out to Amazon for comment, Alexa's responses changed, the paper wrote. WAPO continued to question the Post, had flagged to the company. Alexa answered, "I'm sorry, I'm not able to answer that." Other questions still prompt the device to say something funny went on in 2020 with the selection. Only the Democrats are allowed to cry about a stolen selection when they lose. Hillary Clinton, to this day, still claims Trump colluded with Vladimir Putin to defeat her in 2016, despite 2 special counsel investigations that proved her claims to be false. And I don't know if you've seen the video of Hillary Clinton, the ones she did recently, but I'll try and find it. Okay, we got this from Terence K. Williams. Excuse my language, but I'll most likely get in trouble for this, and I normally wouldn't call a woman out of her name, but this crazy bee, Hillary Clinton calls for Trump supporters to be sent to deprogramming camps. On behalf of all Trump supporters, you know what you can do, Hillary Clinton.
Very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. Mm-hmm. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen. And how
Projection, Your Honour. Projection. I think she's projecting. That's what the left does. Oh dear. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be back in just less than 12 hours with a live stream. So I hope you'll join me then, and I will see you soon. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.